It was good, YouTube. Today, video is gonna be about bowling alleys and like how they're charging right now. Like, bro, this first girl really said it was like $200 to reserve like 2 lanes. Like, that's crazy. And they wonder why people like can't do anything now and they're stuck inside their houses and like, bro, it's because you can't afford to go out, you can't afford to get food, and especially bowling alleys in this case. So yeah, let's just get into the video. Let me know what your guys' experiences are with bowling alleys.
Bowling alleys have lost their damn mind. I just called my local bowling alley, which I frequented many times, to reserve a lane for Friday or Saturday night pending availability. They said absolutely. That will be $240. I said, I've been there before. I don't remember it ever costing anywhere near that. She goes, yeah, well, I mean, if you want, you can just show up, and maybe we'll have a lane, or you'll have to, like, maybe you'll have to wait, and then that will be cheaper. That'll be our normal pricing. Or for the convenient price of 10 times that, you can just pay for it and book it now. Mind you, it's just a bowling alley. The service is like a 3 out of 10 because they have little people that go to the lanes. 3 out of 10. The food stinks. The drinks they stink. And you're just bowling for $240. Like on what? Who? What? No. So yeah, sorry, babe. We're not going bowling. If you're seeing this, we're not going bowling.
For decades, bowling has been thought of as the ultimate middle-class sport. But that source of affordable fun is becoming increasingly out of reach.
Now it's so much more expensive to just show up at a bowling alley than it used to be.
In a growing number of cities, it can cost more than $150 for a family to bowl for a couple hours on a weekend. Which led me to Wichita, Kansas, where locals take their bowling seriously. The city, back in 2022, had 4 locally owned bowling centers. Then a Wall Street corporation came to town.
Lucky Strike.
Lucky Strike. Lucky Strike.
The company, fueled by private equity investments, bought 3 of the 4 bowling centers from the family that had owned them for years and has controlled the majority of lanes in the city ever since. And Lucky Strike now owns more than 1 in 10 bowling centers nationwide.
To me, the whole thing just feels like a microcosm of the modern American concept of corporate entities buy everything, they take over, they push out mom and pop just like Walmart. It's like Walmart or Starbucks, but for bowling.
Remember when bowling used to be a cheap date night or family night out? Well, Wall Street had a different idea. For the last decade, Lucky Strike Entertainment, formerly Bolero, has gone on a buying spree, buying up competition in markets across the United States. Those purchases include AMF, Brunswick, and Lucky Strike locations across the United States. Today, they own over 360 entertainment centers. I bet you can guess this next part. Bowling leagues have said the prices have skyrocketed. Meanwhile, just bowling has taken a back seat to premium events, corporate events, and other nightlife. Some bowlers have even filed an antitrust lawsuit alleging that it's a monopoly. The company denies it, saying they're investing in the future of the sport. This is exactly what happens when Wall Street discovers an American pastime. It moves away from community and affordability and into profit per customer. This goes to prove that when people say everything's getting expensive, it's not always inflation, it's consolidation.
Like, come on, bro. I talking about the first girl. Why does it cost like 10 times more to reserve it ahead of time? Like, why is it better or like, why is it cheaper to just pull up like that? I feel like it should be more expensive if you're just gonna pull up like that. Cause like, say you do it online, that is revenue for sure coming in. You know what I mean? It's like guaranteed. And like, yeah, so you know what I mean? Like, there's more security and more revenue coming in for the day. So why would that cost more? You know what I mean? And just everything is just so expensive anyways. Like drinks, food, crazy, crazy expensive. Like me, I'm young, so I've never really experienced I didn't go bowling that much when I was little, but I've never really experienced bowling cheap. Like it's always been something that I've seen as expensive. And that's like a lot of things in life, I'm not gonna lie. Like a lot of activities now, I just view it as expensive. But back in the day, it would have just been like a regular activity to do, you know what I mean? But because everything is so expensive now, it's like, I don't know. I don't know, bro.
I told my friends the other day that I want to go bowling. I want to go bowling. I just don't feel like spending $2,000 hairs to go bowling. It used to be affordable. Bowling used to be a sensible, affordable, family or friendly or romantic activity. Damn, now you got to take out a personal loan or a loan out from your 401k just to rent a pair of shoes. Shit. I don't know what happened to a bowling alley, a good bowling alley. Now it wants to be combined with everything else. Take Frankie's, for example. Yeah, Frankie's, I'm talking about you. It don't make no damn sense why your bowling is $40 an hour without the shoe rental. And excuse me, that's on the cheaper end. That's on the cheaper end, because if you go later, niggas think y'all think y'all Top Golf. And then actually don't really get me started on that, because Top Golf is way too expensive for what it is, but we're not going to go down that rabbit hole. I just want to go bowling. So if you are in Charlotte and you know of some affordable bowling alleys, you let me know. I'm not the best bowler. I'm not going to do no fancy shit and start, curving the ball or anything like that. I actually don't want to bowl with anyone who can curl or curve a ball. If you can do that, we're not playing together, because you're a professional. I just want to be able to bowl without the rails and without the little ramp. That's it. Just regular bowling. All that other fancy stuff, leave it at the door. If you bring your own ball, leave it at the door. I don't want to bowl with nobody who curves the ball, who bring their own ball, and who got their own pair of bowling shoes. That's not fun anymore. You're there to compete. And not in a fun way. Damn.
Bowling used to be accessible for everybody. Everybody. Working class people, family, kids learning the game. And now it's overpriced food, overpriced drinks. Everything is overpriced. And I'm talking specifically about corporate bowling alleys. You used to have 25-cent games and 50-cent games, dollar game night on a Friday night. But for 1 hour of bowling is $70 or $40 or $41 a person. What about the kids who want to learn? What about the league bowler? What about the people who just want to go bowl without having to make it a luxury night out? Corporate bowling centers are pricing out the very people who are keeping this sport alive. $60 an hour? Be so for real. You don't grow this sport by making it unaffordable to everybody.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. Because of how expensive it is, like a lot of parents can't take their kids and stuff like that, even if they wanted to try bowling. I feel like bowling is gonna shrink as a sport, or shrink in popularity as a sport, and just the income throughout that whole business, what's the word? That whole business, that whole industry, I mean, right? It's so expensive that they're pricing out their customers, which in most cases are teenagers or maybe friends, coworkers and stuff like that. But everybody is broke, I mean, you got to look at the economy right now, hear about all the people struggling, and I guess you could be like, oh, I'm not struggling, yada yada yada, but the majority of people right now are struggling, so they don't have money left over, especially when it's hella overpriced to go out and have fun like that. You know what I mean? The industry's gonna shrink, and the next generation, bowling might just become an old people sport, because it's only saying 30 years, older people, they were the only ones who got to just get into it and get the reps in, before it was crazy expensive. You know what I mean? That's just how it's gonna end up being, and the future generation is not gonna play because it's so expensive. I mean, maybe it would be a rich people sport or something like that. But yeah, I don't know if you guys know what I'm getting at, because they're pricing out the people so you don't get to play, and then why would you play? I think they would eventually it'll get so bad that they'll have to drop the prices to get their consumer base back, and then it'll be a cycle. You know what I mean? I think that's what's gonna happen. But yeah, I don't know. Let's get into these next two ones.
How do bowling alleys make money? Let's find out. Oh, that's good. My name is Miguel with Plaza Lanes.
Miguel and his two brothers acquired Plaza Lanes 5 years ago for a price of $1.5 million. As avid league bowlers, they understood the game of bowling, but owning an alley was a whole different beast.
So what are some of the biggest hidden costs to running a bowling alley? Just our bumpers alone, the automatic ones we spent, about $5,000 on each one. Each pin, you're looking at about $26 per pin. 21 pins in each machine, we have 40 lanes.
After doing the math, that's $20,000 a year on pins alone because they have to replenish them annually.
This is the back room. This is where the magic happens. There's over 1,000 moving parts to these machines, and they're no joke.
How much does one of these machines cost?
It's about $30,000 per lane to have installed in your house. It's insane.
With so many fixed and variable costs in this industry, Plaza Lanes has to diversify their revenue sources to keep up.
Profit margins aren't that really high with bowling itself. Our focus should shift over to the things we offer here, like pool, punching machine, arcade, food, and drinks.
So you would say that the liquor and the food contribute to about 50% of your guys' day-to-day?
If not more, yeah.
On a good day, how much is this bowling alley bringing in revenue-wise?
I'd say the bar around 8 to 10 grand, and say the bowling about 5 grand, and the food about 4 to 5 grand as well. As far as the survival of bowling alleys as a whole, it comes to the nostalgic and physical experience people get to have, something Plaza Lanes is constantly improving.
What are some tips that you have for people that run a business to maintain good customer relationships?
Remember their name. If you can remember who they are, remember their name, and get on a personal level with them, it goes a long, long way. They will come back. I have customers that drive out an hour, hour and a half just to come to our bowling alley. Bye, Darlene.
I understand that $100 is the new $20, which cool, so very cool. Why is bowling so expensive? Why does it cost $60 an hour to go bowling at the neighborhood place in my neighborhood? Not anything fancy, not glow bowling where you can drink at the same. Why is it $1 per minute? And that's on the cheaper side. I've seen places in Williamsburg, Dumbo, that do $60 for half an hour. Those balls better be damn shiny for that price.
Yeah, so all in all, bowling is it's just not it right now. You know what I mean? It's way, way, way too expensive, and and it's pricing out the people who want to go bowling. You know what I mean? And I feel like not even compared to other sports, bowling isn't as popular. I feel like maybe I'm just not tapped in like that, but they're shrinking an already kind of small market. You know what I mean? And that's kind of stupid. You're kind of by raising the prices, you're only catering towards people who have a high enough income where they can spare money to consistently go like that. And I mean, you could say oh, you don't gotta consistently go to enjoy bowling, but it's you don't want to be butt. You know what I mean? A lot of people are a lot of people don't like being butt in front of their friends and stuff. So they would go on their own to try to get better, but it's so expensive to just even go. So it's why would you even go to get the reps in if you can rarely go because it's expensive, and it's too expensive to go consistently to get the reps in to get good at it and have fun with it. You know what I mean? But let me know what you guys think in the comments. Make sure to like and subscribe. Yeah.